Okay, this is going to be another clip where Sam Houston continues to do the same thing throughout this game. They are trying to give the disguise of a shell coverage. This is a trip set up top. You can see the three receivers to the field. Here, this is where as a quarterback, you're going to be able to identify what are the keys that are going to tell me they're in man coverage, okay? Anytime you're looking at a team that tries to disguise up over the top, you have to find who are my 1 to 2 players on defense. Sometimes it's the nickel player. Sometimes it's the guy that's lined up here. Sometimes it's whoever is over. If you're in trips, it's whoever's over number 3. Okay, so everybody knows when it's trips and you hear me talk about 1, 2, and 3, this is what I'm talking about. When I say number 1, it's the outside guy. Number 2 is the number 2 guy. And number 3 is the inside guy. So a lot of the times you'll hear in quarterback meetings, they'll say, hey, maybe we can find an identification for man coverage. Let's look how they're playing number 2. Let's look how they're playing over the top of number 3. In this case right here, look how they're playing over the top of number 3. A clear man indicator. This at times to the boundary can be a little bit tricky because if you have a safety that's working that direction, this corner can have posture just like this with eyes here, but when a safety runs over the top, now you're getting what's called a cloud look or a cover 2 look over here to the boundary. So sometimes you want to look over to the field, see what are they giving me to the field. These are the keys that what they're trying to give me with these guys up top is a bit of a disguise, because what they're going to get to is they're eventually going to get to, it's going to be locked up man coverage, and then you're going to get a chance to see now them using a safety coming from up top to come downhill and be that same hole or wrap player. Now, the majority of the time when a safety comes down, it's designated by the term robber or thief. Some teams will call it always one robber. Other teams will designate when the free safety comes down, we're going to call it thief. And when the strong safety comes down, we're going to call it robber. In this case, I'm just going to call it, they're going to get to one robber. So what you're going to do is you're going to see a free safety in the middle of the field playing the quarterback's eyes, and you're going to see the other safety in the underneath coverage playing the quarterback's eyes, while everybody else is locked up in man coverage. Because they're using a robber look, this linebacker that is giving the disguise of blitzing, if the back swings, if that backer takes the A gap, one of these ends is going to have to peel. Or the other thing is he hugs up onto the A gap and he is mugged. He's walked up on the A gap, and then when everybody rushes, he's got to bounce back to see what the running back does. Those are the options that can happen there. In this case here, the back stays in protection. Can you notice? He's got an eye on him, looking where he goes. But now you can see it, man, man, man. And we have him rotating down and being that whole player in the middle of the field. And the free safety, the free guy, he's got eyes and he's looking at this 3 receiver side. So the person that is really on the island here is this backside singled up corner. An opportunity for offenses to take advantage of that. As you can see, eyes are here, robber's eyes are here, and look at all of this space to work that one-on-one in that 3-by-1 look when they go one robber. Now, it turns out to a sack, but I think that gives us a lot of opportunities in identification versus man. Maybe a tendency to look towards the 3 receiver side, whether it's the free safety or the robber. And like I said, that backside one-on-one can be something that in that man coverage, if you trust the guy, it can be to your advantage.